So let's get back to burnt sienna. And then anthraquinoid pink. And the burnt sienna again. A couple of months ago I suddenly saw that there is a new pencil coming from the Derwent series. Derwent Lightfast. It is said to be released in summertime, July I believe. So I did some Googling this morning, but I haven't seen any additional information since Derwent stated in January that there was going to be a new pencil. And here we have Naples Ochre, a very light cream yellow vanilla color. Yeah, maybe you can call it this vanilla. But I think I need a little more yellow in this project. So let's go for this one, bismuth yellow. Just a teeny tiny touch of yellow. To make that connection between the leaves and that branch. I'm going in with the anthraquinoid pink again. I'm now in the last phase of this page, and that is for me always the phase that I have to pay a lot of attention, because sometimes it can be, well, most of the times it's hard to determine when a painting is finished or a drawing. If you finish too early, then it doesn't look good. But if you continue too long, you overwork your drawing, then you will ruin it completely. And I'm almost at the point that I have to stop. And how you determine that is when to stop is can be very tricky, because in all of my drawings and paintings there are areas that I am somewhere feel that a little bit more color would be good. But if I would do that, then the risk of damaging the paper or interfering with the balance in the drawing is that risk is so high that most of the time it is a lot wiser to finish it and accept the flaws that stay in the drawing forever, so to speak. And you know, perfection is an illusion. I'm convinced about that. So why, if I go for perfection, then I will for sure disappoint myself and ruin that that drawing. Okay, living on the edge, black, because this ring needs a tiny bit of darkness. It doesn't have to be much, but there must be something. And later on I will come back to this ring with another dark color, either sepia or castle earth. I'm slowly learning the names of all that pencils. Here it is, Castle Earth, my darkest brown. Let's add a teeny tiny touch. And just a couple of strokes will help to create the effect that I'm looking for. And here's another one, sepia. That looks good. Now let's see if I can make a connection between those leaves and this over here. What happens if I add a tiny touch of this sepia to the leaves? Just a touch. It's not that I want to color these leaves brown, but your eye recognizes that there is a similarity between the leaves and the inner circle of this compass, so to speak. And your eye will see it then as some sort of unity, that everything belongs together in this drawing. Art is all about it's all about illusion. And also about balance and beauty. I don't know if you can hear this, but 2 doors are closed between the Passion for Pencils headquarters and our living room, and I can clearly hear classical music, a choir. My husband is listening to music for sure. We have a day off in the Netherlands today. Today is, I think in English it is called Ascension Day. It is a Christian feast day, Jesus is, the story goes that on this day Jesus ascended to heaven. He was taken up. I believe the story goes that he was taken up into a cloud and then went up into heaven. And here in the Netherlands, Ascension Day is a day off. It's not a work day. And then next week, is it next week? Yeah, I think it's next week. Then there's the second Christian feast day. Well, actually it's the third. If you start with Easter, then that's the first one, and then the second one is Ascension Day. And then the third one, and now I'm having trouble because I don't know the English word for it. I have no idea. Well, it's the day that the Holy Spirit it's something with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit kicks in, so to speak. I'm doing a little more work on those leaves, and I'm going in with this one, Crimson Aubergine. Let's see what happens. I'm keeping a very sharp point because I need detail. And again, I forgot to take my reading glasses with me to the Passion for Pencils headquarters. So I think I will just buy another set of reading glasses. Maybe I should buy a couple more. We already have quite a few in the house, you know, they are everywhere, in the bedroom, in the kitchen, in the studio where I teach my students how to sing, but there's not one yet here in the Passion for Pencils headquarters, and I think there should be. Okay, do you want to see something typical Dutch? Here it comes. Now, do you recognize this? This is a typical Dutch candy. It's called drop. It originates from the licorice candy, but you know, over the years the taste has changed a little bit. And it's in my mouth now. Now it is typical Dutch. I don't think it is, you can get it anywhere else in the world, except maybe for places where Dutch traditions are, you know, there's Dutch stuff or tourists or whatever. And I think the Dutch are the only people in the world who actually like the taste of it. But I love drop. We don't have it in the home very often, but once in a while I buy some. This is bismuth yellow, and I did a little bit of testing, and I think adding a touch of extra yellow in these leaves will help to bring everything together. And then in the end I will, I think, also add a touch of pink. And then I would love to be able to tell you that this drawing is finished. But I don't decide when a drawing is finished. The drawing decides. And that is something that, you know, you need to respect that. I've heard Lisa from Lacry Fine Art, you know, the famous YouTube channel. I heard her say the same thing. Colored pencil is a slow medium, so it takes many hours, And if you want to speed things up or stop coloring, finish the drawing before it is actually finished, it will not satisfy you. The drawing will look unfinished. So be patient. Just be patient, and then eventually the last year, 1.5 years, I think I've been doing these videos on coloring entire pages like this one. And you know, there are still a couple of them that I need to finish. But I'm going in a slightly different direction the next couple of months. I'm going to do videos with smaller projects. So it goes a little bit faster, the coloring process. I'm planning on doing a color along with the butterflies for colored pencil. European butterflies. That idea came to me last year when we were in Switzerland and the mountain meadows were buzzing with insects and also a lot of butterflies. It was so beautiful. And butterflies have the most wonderful colors and shades and shapes, so I thought that might be a nice little project to do a couple of butterflies. And then I'm also working on a watercolor along that is slowly taking shape. That is really a difficult project, I have to say. But I'll tell you about it another time. Anthraquinoid pink. Let's add a touch here. And here. And the Color Along project for colored pencils is doing great. After launching that last year, people are still buying it, and it is still available, and the videos will be online forever. And I'm also planning on adding a couple of videos to that project, just for free. If you bought that project, then you will be able to see the new videos. I'm planning on making those videos somewhere in July, I hope. Now I am almost done with this drawing. Drawing solely done with Luminance pencils. So I think after doing one drawing completely with Luminance, it's now I think I know how these pencils work. And they are wonderful. There's one tiny bit here at the rim here that I am not happy about. Bismuth yellow. It looks a little bit too sketchy, so I'm adding a touch of bismuth yellow here. And it looks a little bit flat, so maybe I should try to create a tiny bit of 3D effect, a little bit more. Maybe over here. And then here I have raw sienna. So yeah, I think it's those Luminance pencils are absolutely phenomenal. They are soft, they are opaque, they mix and blend like crazy. And although they are very soft, you can do a reasonable amount of detail with them, although I would prefer to use them combined with a harder pencil to do the really fine details. This is Crimson Aubergine, just touch a little bit of, yeah, I would use them combined with and this one is sepia with a harder pencil. Polychromos from Faber-Castell is a great match with these Luminance pencils, but I have to say so far my experience is that yellow ochre Luminance overpowers the Faber-Castell a little bit. So I think in the future I will go look for a hard pencil that is an even better match for Luminance than Polychromos. And I have to say Polychromos, it's not a very hard pencil, but it is medium hard, so to speak, and can do great detail. Oh, okay, I've been telling all sorts of stuff without pressing the record button. That is not so good. This is sepia. I'm just adding a touch of shadow here, and this is Crimson Aubergine. What I was saying is that Luminance is a great pencil, but I think it works best combined with a harder pencil. This is russet, and Faber-Castell Polychromos is a great match to Luminance. but I'm going to test combining them with harder pencils than polychromos. For example, Prismacolor Premieres are doing great. This is yellow ochre. They are doing great when you mix them with erogitons. And maybe these Luminance do well with erogitons as well. But I also have the beautiful set of Derwent Pro Color. That is a hard pencil as well. Great for doing detail. So maybe that's a great combination as well. Now if you are doing serious artwork, then light fastness is an issue. And Pro Color, I believe, is not, well, it doesn't match the light fastness of Luminance. But then what pencil does, Burnt Sienna, I think Luminance so far is the ultimate pencil when it comes to light fastness. Although there is a Derwent is going to launch a light fast pencil next summer. I'm really looking forward to that pencil. So, do I recommend the Luminance pencils? Yes, of course I do. They are extremely expensive though. And I was so lucky receiving them as a gift. There was somebody didn't understand how I could receive this as a gift. Well, it was. And it's not Caran that sent me this. This was a very friendly lady from India sending it. And she sent it to me by ordering it on Amazon and sending it to me. So that was extraordinarily... this is Anthracwinoid Pink. It's so... I'm always extremely surprised and thankful for all those people who are supporting me in making the videos. And, you know, because Luminance is not the only pencil that I received as a gift. I'll make a video about it. It is absolutely incredible, the amount of stuff that I have received over the last 2-3 years. The only thing I got from manufacturers were coloring books sent to me by Joanna Besford herself, and some others by publishers. But the pencils all are sent to me by viewers. That is so extremely beautiful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, let's say this one is finished. Yes, I think this one is finished. I really enjoyed this one, and I saved this drawing for a while, and then the Luminance pencils came, and then I knew I'm going to do this beautiful compass. So I hope you enjoyed this series about the Luminance pencils and Joanna Besford's Enchanted Forest. And well, see you in the next video. Bye bye.